At least I particularly don't want to smell like beef. Hey there guys, welcome back to Calico Cow Acres. I am almost out of the tallow balm that I use for my facial moisturizer. I've only got maybe a day or two, if I scrape it, left for washing my face. This stuff's expensive. Granted, it lasted me a very long time, so it was worth it, but I figured I can make it myself. They have all of the ingredients on their website, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna try it. If you were around for my January little stock up haul, I got this giant tub of grass-fed beef tallow. We're gonna whip it up, mix it with some olive oil and some essential oils, and make some whipped tallow balm. This time around, I'm gonna give you the exact recipe I'm using because the last time I did one of these DIY videos, I wasn't able to do that. I'm not using anybody's specific recipe this time. So what I'm gonna do is turn you around and show you how much of each thing we're gonna use, and then if you want to go make it yourself while I'm making it, that'd be really cool. Okay, before we get into it, I don't know if you can see it too much on camera, but I have iodine stained fingers. It's Blue Coat. It's like the chicken version of iodine spray because one of our ducks is having some foot issues. So if you see my fingers looking a little weird, that's why. It's not dirty, it's just stained. This is the Toops & Co. Organic Sweet Girl Tallow Balm. And this is a 2-ounce jar. If you want to buy this, I don't know what shipping costs for them, but it is $32 for this little jar. I got this January or February of 2024. And it's just now running out, so definitely worth it if you're not interested in making this. Now that I know it's so easy to make, I gotta try it at the very least. And this was cheaper than $30, and I already had these. So, this is a lot of tallow balm for less than the price of one of these. Okay, I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see this yet again. I just went to their website, and they have the full ingredients list on here. So, what I'm gonna do is just hit view all ingredients. And then you can see it says 100% grass-fed tallow, organic virgin olive oil, organic essential oils of marjoram, chamomile, ylang ylang, spruce, and frankincense. So we've got spruce, Roman chamomile, frankincense, ylang ylang, and I couldn't find marjoram. I don't know if I have it or not, but basil is going to be a similar scent to that. This is like a sweet basil scent, so I'm just going to use this instead. I also am probably going to add a little drop, just a little squirt of vitamin E oil. I like to add this to any like skincare or whatever homemade DIY stuff that I'm making because it's a natural preservative and it's good for your skin. So extra virgin olive oil. This is like really nice stuff from Italy. It's like a small batch company and it tastes so good. But we're gonna use a tiny little bit to make our tallow balm. I'm just gonna use a little kitchen scale in a mason jar because I'm making this kind of smaller batch. I don't want to make a ton because this takes me so long to go through. I probably will be a little bit more generous with it, and I might use it on like eczema patches or any other dry parts of my skin that I notice instead of just my face. But this one was expensive, so I just kept it solely for my face. So I'm gonna turn it to ounces. You want to tare it to 0, and we're gonna do 6 ounces of tallow. This stuff doesn't have any scent to it. If you're putting it on your face or your body specifically, you want it to be rendered really nicely. You don't want it to have a beef scent. At least I particularly don't want to smell like beef. But I guess that's personal preference. And then we're gonna do 2 ounces of olive oil. And then let's just do an eyedropper of the vitamin E. Okay, we've got all of this in the jar, and now I'm going to kind of make a little double boiler out of this situation, put it on the stove, and then we'll melt it together. Wait a few minutes, let it cool down just a few minutes until you can hold your hand in there. And then we're gonna add our essential oils. We're gonna do approximately 12 drops of each of these. And I'm actually gonna take this out since we're gonna be whipping this anyway. We don't need to stir them. And then I just have my immersion blender with the whisk attachment. This is what I use to make whipped cream, like heavy whipping cream into homemade whipped cream. So I figured it will probably work the same for this. But if it doesn't, you guys are gonna find out with me because I've never done this before. Now that we've added the essential oils, we're gonna let it cool for a while longer until it's not fully like hot liquid. And then I'm going to take the immersion blender with the whisk attachment and whisk it until it's nice and fluffy. Okay, while we are waiting for that to cool, I am going to whip up another little DIY that I talked about in that stock up video, and that is some tallow lip balm. While we have this stuff out, I figured we might as well do it. Yet again, I just pulled this website up, scrolled down, and looked at the ingredients. And I want to make this herbal mint one or something similar to it. So it's 100% grass-fed tallow, some beeswax, and essential oils, and that one has spearmint, basil, and orange in it. But then from my deodorant process, I have a bunch of extra beeswax, so we're going to use some of that. And then I also got a whole bunch of these little chapstick tubes so I can gift these. I think I'm gonna just shoot for like 8 right now, just a small batch. Then we've got our basil oil. I have spearmint, and I couldn't find the orange. I know I have so many bottles of it, but I could not find a single one. So I'm gonna go with tangerine. And then so many of you guys watched me struggle through filling up those tiny little deodorant bottles. And I was like, okay, well, if I had a hard time filling those up, there's no way I'm going to be able to fill these up easily. So I was hoping to go to like the dollar store or Walmart and grab like condiment squeezing bottles that I could just pour this into and like squeeze them into the little tubes. But I completely forgot to do that. I have these little cake and cookie decorating bottles that we use. I use them occasionally when I want to make a special like birthday dessert or something, and then whenever we have friends over for our gingerbread parties in the winter, we'll use these for like icing details. So I probably won't be able to fit all of it in one bottle. I'll probably have to do 2 bottles full, but this has a super fine tip. So I'm hoping that they'll squeeze into the little tubes and just make it a little less messy. I don't mind if this gets messy or the counter or anything, but it would be nice to not have to clean up all of the little tubes individually like I did with my deodorant. So this is going to be even less space than the tallow balm, so I'm going to use a smaller jar. We want 9 grams of beeswax. This guy back open. And we're going to go for like 35-ish, maybe 36 grams of tallow. Just put our water back on the stove, turn it back on, and then this one's even simpler. Just set it in there, let it melt, and then as soon as it's melted, we can pour it right into this bottle and then fill up our little chapstick tubes, lip balm tubes. Do you want to help? Hi. You need a pet? Oh, I love you. This is Buggy. I know you guys usually get to see Ricky, but we do have 3 other kitties that live in here, that live inside, that aren't outside kitties because they aren't very trustworthy as far as the busy road that's right outside of our house goes. So they stay inside. So I always like when we get to film videos in here and show you little sneak peeks of them too. And we're gonna actually stir these ones together really well. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I love spearmint. When I initially ordered this, I think to get free shipping, I had to add something to my order at the time, and I got one of their tallow lip balms, which is the recipe I'm basing this off of. And it was the best lip balm I've ever used. It actually made my lips stay moisturized for longer than like 20 minutes. Any other kind I've ever used, they get chapped again really quickly. I ran out of that very quickly, and I never reordered it because I didn't need more of this. And their chapsticks, their lip balms are like $6 a piece or something, and I didn't want to get multiple of them, blah, 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 blah. Feeling this on my lips again, it's like so good. I'm excited about this. I am not a skincare makeup girly. My skin is not perfect by any means, but I wear makeup maybe like twice a year, maybe. That might be a stretch. I don't like to put stuff on my face. I've told you guys so many times I have like some weird texture issues with food, and I have it with clothing, and also the makeup on my face. Ain't it? I hate that feeling. After I wash my face, I use hyaluronic acid and tallow balm, and that's it. I don't do anything else. I can't stand the feeling of anything else on my face. So I'm a simple skincare girl for sure. And this makes it way easier and way cheaper to be that way. And I just want to remind you how much tallow we used out of this tub. It's literally not even like a quarter of it, maybe an eighth of it. There's still so much left. We've got a whole bunch of chapsticks waiting on this. All right, I think I'm gonna go get some weeding done before the rain rolls in again. It's been a really scattered rain type of day here. I'm still waiting for this to kind of solidify and cool a little bit more before I continue to whip it. I'm gonna make a little recipe card for each of these recipes, and I'll link them down below. I have been trying to convert all of my stuff over to Patreon. Everything on there is free right now. It's free for me to use that platform rather than paying a whole bunch of money a month for like a mailing list and all that kind of stuff. Patreon's free for me to use. Right now everything on there is free. I may eventually add in tiers for like live Q&As and merch discounts, and I've got a whole bunch of ideas. So let me know what you'd want to see on there actually. I'm trying to figure out what direction I want to take that. But for now, it's all free. It's just a few recipes right now. So I'll add those to this, and the link for that will be down below. All right, it is much later in the evening. We just finished dinner. I'm about to record the podcast, but I figured I should probably finish this. I've had this in the fridge for a while, so it's a lot more solid now, and I think it will whip a lot better. I've already whipped it a little bit, but I'm just gonna finish it up. This smells amazing. It's not exactly like the Toops & Co kind, but it smells just as good, but a little bit different. So it looks like marshmallow fluff. I know the lighting in here is bad now, but whoop. I gotta go get more jars, but that's it. Okay. I gotta go record the She Said Homestead podcast with Sage now, so I'm gonna end this. But like I said before, make sure you go check out the links in the description. I'll have recipe cards linked for this on our Patreon for free. You don't have to sign up or anything. And thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you try it. Let me know if you do. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.